Okay. So, I mean, it's a big housing, and I'm guessing it needs to be if it actually is 4K. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to test it through every mode above 1080p that this camera can do, and we'll see for ourselves and go from there. At the same time, I'm going to try testing the microphone on this, which I have not done yet. So for that, I'm going to, I guess, do the ending show on it if the microphone is good enough. If it's not, then I will be on the camera. So you have a slider built in here. You can see this rail unit right here. Yep. So right here, it slides to lock and unlock, as simple as that. Nothing fancy about this. I wish this was removable, but it's not. You do have your screw-in, standard screw-in base, and of course the flip-out monitor thing as well, with the pads so you don't scratch your actual monitor. Without further ado, I'm going to go put this to the test, show you guys what it's like, what I think of it, and is it definitely a good buy or not. So let's figure that out, and I'll be right back.
Okay, guys, I guess it's more like a talking head. Get it? My head, it's talking. Anyway, this is using the microphone built in to this non-branded, I guess is what I'm going to call it. I will leave an affiliate link down below if you guys are interested in this camera after I go over everything and let it know whether you should go after this camera. And I'm hoping the microphone is pretty decent. Now, normally I don't care about the microphones built into the cameras. I use microphones like this. Amateur, no fooling around, no software, Windows camera app. That is how I recorded this whole entire test. Okay? So I'm not using Logitech software or anything to fix white balancing or colors or contrast. This is this camera. This is this camera's microphone.
Okay, guys. All right, so we're back on my microphone right here, just to, you know, tell you where we are now. I'm still using the webcam, and I'm really impressed with it. I mean, we're talking a $30 priced camera. I mean, how can you really go wrong? I mean, look at the blues back there. Look at the red in my Be Quiet wrap on my computer case. Look at my chair. Like, it is so sharp that I can't tell anybody not to buy this because I'm impressed. No matter what mode I put it in, it's impressive. Now, there was, I think as I was stepping up from different resolutions, keep in mind, no matter what resolution you put this camera in, 30 FPS. That's all it can do. Okay, so I just want to make that clear, that you're not getting a 60 FPS 4K, but you're not getting a 60 FPS 1080p either. Now, it does blur a little on some fast movements for sure. Like, look at this. And I don't expect a lot from a $30 camera, but this camera definitely wins hands down over any conventional webcam that I've ever owned, tested, and I've tested quite a few. I've even tested ones that I never even bothered to do a video on, because in my opinion, I won't put my name on it, and they're just not very good, or they're subpar, and I believe that I've already reviewed products that were better. Why try to promote something or push something that I don't like? And this camera has caught me, like the term, with my pants down. This camera is absolutely brilliant. I mean, as I get closer here, look at the skin tones. Look at the detail in my hair. This, you know, what you see the, oh, it's hard to do backwards. The stubble going on here. The white teeth. Like, I'm impressed. I truly am impressed. If it wasn't for me wanting locked focus instead of an autofocus system, then I would definitely buy a bunch of these cameras and fit out my whole entire structure. It is as good or better than the camera in the back there that is all brushed aluminum. It was about $70 wholesale when I bought it through one of my suppliers. Supposed to be 4K. I couldn't get the resolutions that this could get, but it does have a, hard to say, unmatched picture. The other thing about that other camera is its zoom control seems to be, in my opinion, extremely good. I was going to compare it, but I've already compared that camera to others, and I have to say that this camera here, I'm almost okay using it as a video aid like this right now. And that is, I can't say that about too many cameras I have, except for my commercial camera, which, if you guys want me to do a video on, I'll be happy to do so. I kind of do want to anyway, and when the channel can afford it, I'd like to have a bunch of those. They're all aluminum housings. They have a bullet style lens that is removable and replaceable, and you can put, like, you know, instead of a 5 to 50, you can do whatever distance or shortness you want. And there's 3-section zoom, so, you know, to bring it all in. But I'm not going to talk about that camera right now because we're talking about this one. That camera is also almost, I think almost $200 Canadian or something, and $100 US. So it's not even a fair fight. This camera is $30, and I will leave a link, an affiliate link. So yes, if you guys want to help the channel and you want a good webcam, click that link. It is an Aliexpress link, but I tell you, nothing to worry about, as I haven't had any issues. I've already tested the camera for you. You don't have to worry. I bought it myself. I thought I was buying it for a failure video, to be honest. Blew my mind away. I thought when I went into the resolutions, there was no way it was going to step. Every single thing was there. The only time I found the camera had any issues was complete darkness, which, let's be reasonable, you wouldn't really have that. You would have the light from the screen even. I just like to do that to find out what camera stands out well and what are the tones like once you do that. And with the key light on, the reds were still beautiful and so on. When I did the zoom in tests, that's where it got a little trickier. I found the zoom ins on small white letters that were on that AMD can. Sometimes troublesome for the camera at a distance, and even sometimes closer, and I think that's because you're light blocking, and when you light block, you don't get the zoom or the feedback that you expect from a camera. And that could go the same for something a little more expensive, but if it also has a bigger sensor, it'll let more light in. So I'm impressed with the camera. As far as voice goes, okay, the voice is clean. There is like almost like you're inside a weird room. Like there was like a hollowness to the sound, but it was good. It wasn't horrible sound. And again, like I say, I would recommend any type of microphone over the microphones built into any webcam so far that I have tested, reviewed, or had the privilege of using. I always came down to the mic is better regardless. And you can buy like a $20, $30 microphone and do better. Trust me, USB powered mic will do better. It just does sound good, but hollow. And if you're happy with that, by all means, stay with the camera's microphone. It was clear, it was clean, it was stereo. I was impressed. It has dual mics. So there you go. One thing I will, and this is just a nitpick, the color, the see-through film that is normally on a lens on the camera. So when you get your camera, you're gonna have a lens on here, and that lens is under the camera door. It was a pain in the ass to get off. That is my only critique, but for $30 camera area, it's easy to let go after you get this. So overall, guys, I'm happy. I hope I've, shown someone a 4K alternative, I know I've just had my eyes open on a 4K alternative. I really didn't think it. Everything I bought off AliExpress that said 4K, not even 1080p half the time. So thanks, Ali. This was pretty impressive. Again, I'll put a link down below if you want to help the channel and you're looking for a camera and you don't mind waiting a week or two. Buy this camera. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me. Blah, 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 and game over.